Hola Joaquin and welcome to PalloTV again.
Thank you.
The Conference League qualifying games are around the corner. How important are these Eurocup games for SJK as a club?
Yeah, they are very important. I think most of the clubs in the Veikkausliiga, when they enter the season, the main target is to get into these European games because they got a big financial repercussion in every club and in the budgets for everyone, and they are very important. It's not always that you get the opportunity to play in Europe, and for us this year is a great opportunity. Our club has never won a game or gone through one round of the European competition, and for us it's at the back of our minds that we could make history, and that's not something that you get the opportunity to do very often. So there is still a month away, and we've got some games in between, but I think soon we'll know who we're playing. It will make it a little bit easier. I'm really looking forward to that summer.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned the financial aspect of the Euro games, and we all know that they can, if not break, then make a club's financial season. Does that bring extra pressure?
No pressure, but we know that if you look into the Veikkausliiga in the last few years, when you see Kups and HJK, that are the clubs that have been consistently in the European competitions, how that has helped them, because they've been able to bring high quality players, they've been able to pay a little bit more on those salaries and attract those type of players, and for us that is the target. We want to try to reach European competitions consistently, one way or another, and try to use them to try to get through, to get to help us financially to secure the mid and long-term future of the club.
Yeah. How important are these Euro games for individual players and for yourself, for example?
It's a big thing for every single one of us. For our players, we've ended up with a squad that is quite a bit younger than what we envisaged or planned for. But in the end, it was the players that we could get with us, and it will be very important for us, for their experience, for the future. We want to develop players, we want to help them. We've seen some of the performance sometimes for us. It's been a little bit inconsistent, and I think it could be product of that inconsistency that the youth brings. But it will be very important for them. Good experience, a place to expose their qualities, because every single Finnish, especially Finnish young player, want to go abroad and make it a career outside of Finland as well. So it will be very important, and for me, it was a big thing for me to decide to come over to the club, because I knew that I was going to have the opportunity to be on those games, and it's something that, as I said before, we are really looking forward to.
When does the upcoming Euro games start to affect your everyday life? When do you start preparing for them?
Well, the first thing is the draw. It comes, I think it's mid-June. So once that we know who we playing, then of course it affects a little bit the staff to start preparing for those traveling arrangements. Are we playing at home? Are we playing away? Sending and visualizing and analyzing those teams that we play. See if we can get someone out there to be watching them live as well. And but at the moment it's a little bit far away as to be impacting anything now. We got to keep developing our game and try to polish in those little things. It's obviously something that we need to keep doing, because not quite ready yet. But we are quite confident about when the summer comes in, we will be ready. We will be ready for those games. And be able to, as I said before, try to make some history and try to get that first win and that first run through that first round for the club in the history.
Yeah. How do you prepare for these games? How does the preparation for an international match differ from your preparation to a Veikkausliiga game? Is there any difference?
I don't think it's very different now. We prepare for every game the same way. We cover a number of games between the staff to watch their game, to analyze their weaknesses, their strengths. We got a way of organizing the week, and for us, it makes the difference in the preparations is the length of the period that we can be free preparing from game to game, because in the end in football that's what you work for. You prepare for game to game. That's a microcycle that you're working on and what you got to do. So for example, this week that we had 2 days in between games, so we had 2 days to prepare for that specific game. And that's the way. We got a little bit of a break before the first game of the European competition, which will give us a extended period of time where we can prepare and put every scenario and get ready for that first game. That will be important to start with.
Okay. What sort of expectation do you have regarding these matches?
Well, as I said, the club has never won a game in Europe. So for us, the most important thing is to try to win, get to the first game and try to win the first game for the club in Europe. And that will be quite an achievement. And then our idea is to get through. I think every round that you go through, as we said before, financially is a bit repercussion. So that's the expectation. Can we get the first win? It should be the first time for the club, and can we get through? And then if we get through the first one, then we'll go and take everyone as it comes and try to get into the next one and take every game as it comes. Obviously, you're playing quality games and quality teams in those competitions, and depending on who we get, then we will see where we match them up.
Yeah. What does it take to succeed in Europe? What will decide whether SJK does it well or not? How do you measure success in these cases? What constitutes success for you and SJK? Is it going through the first round?
Yeah, as I said, winning the first game is important. As I said, never won a game before, so winning that first game for the club in Europe, it would be a good start, and then getting through that first round. And that's all we think of. It takes. We know that the tempo will be higher. That the intensity will be very important. It's something that we've been working on trying to keep pushing throughout the season. Sometimes it's been difficult because it's difficult to get continuity in Bundesliga sometimes because it's a lot of fouls get given that in Europe wouldn't get given. So for us it's important to keep the aggressions, and sometimes it might go against us in the Bundesliga because we are aggressive and we are intense. But I think for us it's important to be able to succeed in those European games. That and the control of the game will be important, and it's something that we've been working from the start. We have our up and downs as we've seen with the results in the Bundesliga, but we are fully confident that by the time the summer comes in, we will be ready for those European games.
Thank you, Joaquin, and good luck with the upcoming games.
Thank you very much.